my kitchen. I am Charlsie, and today I'm going to show you how to stuff flounder. It's so easy, keto friendly, carnivore friendly, the way we're going to do it. So the first thing you need to do is get some flounder. We've actually found this at Costco, these beautiful fillets, and it's perfect for this dish. So you'll need a baking dish that can accommodate 2 long strips. And the first thing you want to do is drizzle some olive oil on here and take your flounder, and you want to use your larger fillets. And I'm actually going to coat this and flip it, and then I think this is another big one. So you'll need 4 fillets for 2 people. And then just leave the other 2, just set them aside, because we're going to build the stuffing, and then that'll be our topper. So let's go to the stove top and I'll show you how to make your crab stuffer. Okay, the first thing you're going to do is put a couple of tablespoons of butter in your pan. And if you're using non-stick like this, it's a good idea to preheat it for about 90 seconds. And then we're going to add a teaspoon of garlic. If you don't like garlic, skip it. Or if you don't do well with it, that's okay. I just kind of like it to ride with the butter. And once this butter is all melted, we'll just cook this for about 30 seconds. You have to keep an eye on garlic because it will burn, and then it loses its great flavor. So the next thing we're going to add is our crab meat. And because I'm making this for one, I'm making the carnivore version. This is enough crab meat right here. And this is white claw, which tends to be a little bit sweeter. So put that in there. Let me grab a spatula or something. And really, everything is cooked already that you're using in this. Let's add a little bit of salt for flavor. So we'll sprinkle it over the crab meat. A little bit of cracked black pepper. And you want that to be fine. That is looking great. If you want to elevate things, you can add a little seafood magic. I'm going to do that. Just probably half a teaspoon. Again, you can skip that. You can just use salt and butter in the crab meat and it'll be fantastic. And the next thing we're going to add is just a little bit of parsley. So half a teaspoon. Again, another thing, you can skip that if you don't tolerate parsley. Add a little bit more butter, because you want it kind of creamy. And everything is better with butter, right? So we'll melt that down. And then I've also got a little bit of Pinot Grigio wine. Again, you can skip that. But it just will take the flavor up one more notch. This is looking great. I'll show you. Looking beautiful. Heat it up. So I'll do just a splash. You don't need much. And it also helps deglaze your pan. So if there's a little debris on there, the wine will cook it off. I'll let that finish heating up, and then I need to add, this is the step where if you were cooking it traditionally, you would add some breadcrumbs, but I'm going to use pork rinds. So you don't need too much. Non-flavored pork rinds. And then I'll bring my my flounder over and show you what that's going to look like. Let me just cook that down a little bit more. And so, see, I've got my flounder, which I did oil up with olive oil. And now I'll go ahead and put this on the flounder and turn my stove off. And you just lay it on top. I'll give you a better look if you want to see. And you can see it really doesn't take that much crab. Okay, let me show you this. Bring it in closer. It's beautiful. And I'm going to take another piece of flounder and just lay it on top like that. Like that's our little cap. And then we can dress this up. You could use olive oil if you want, or you could use melted butter. I'm just going to do a little olive oil drizzle on top. And then a little parsley for decoration. You don't need much, but just to give it a little color. Looks beautiful. And basically that's it. I might crack a little pepper on there just for some contrast. And now, if you want a few more pork rinds, which you would use, that's just going to give it a nice little crunchy topping. So, like we didn't have enough butter, you can also do a couple of little tabs on top. I'm just going to put 3 because this is swimming in butter. Then you're going to put this in the oven at 350. Start with about 20 minutes. Oops, my knife's falling apart. Anyway, start for about 20 minutes and just, you can kind of eyeball it and see if it's done or not. And then if it needs to cook a little bit longer, go another 5. So that is it, your stuffed flounder. This is a great throwback. My mother used to make this for my dad. He loved it. So anyway, I hope you enjoy it, and I'll show you what it looks like when it comes out. So I just took the flounder out of the oven, and I ended up leaving it about 30 minutes because I had a few other things in there. So this is it. It is gorgeous. I can't wait to dig in. See all that delicious butter sauce? I poured it right out of the pan. So thanks for cooking with me. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below. I'll put the ingredient list in the comments section. And I will see you again very soon. Thanks for cooking with me.